Greetings, brothers and sisters, men and women all around the world. Welcome to another episode of Blueprint Reveal. I'm your brother Fiji, and we're going live today. There's a lot that needs to be discussed today. As we know, there's a lot that's going on in society. So, the things that we are going to be discussing today, we see the media is filled with a lot of stuff that's going on all over in Hollywood and show business and everything. But there's some other issues that are totally overlooked. And these issues concern the educational, economical, political, and social development within our communities, as well as a very important issue that isn't getting as much attention as it should get. And that is the 215 bodies that was found buried behind uh, the Jackson, Mississippi County Jail. So we're going to get to that. But first, let's get this opening.
Any views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by the journalists and guests are solely that of the journalists and guests and do not reflect the views, opinion, policies, or positions of Positive Lifestyle Management.
All right. I'm your brother Fiji, and we at it today. And the question is, those of us who live in the vision, are we the blueprint? Are we the blueprint if we are living in the vision? So, before we do anything, I want to bring up and put up what the vision is. And we're going to start with freedom in the blueprint. I'm going to read it from the first printed book version. I'm gonna read from here. I got it up on the page, up on the screen from the first printed book version. It says freedom, the vision. The vision is a definition of long range goals and objectives that has put into operation the order for us to begin fulfilling these goals and objectives immediately. The vision is for us to acquire remarkable skills that will provide us with a legal avenue of financial support. The vision dictates that we learn the political processes of our communities and become involved to the extent of having a voice in our destiny, that we conduct ourselves in a manner that is compatible to our community in a positive way, that we frown upon senseless rapes, robberies, burglaries, thefts, and murders that is rampant in our communities, that we establish ourselves in business that is an asset to ourselves as well as our communities, that we set examples that will make it safe for our youth to be a part of us, and ultimately that we eliminate the awesome rate of recidivism and death that is the experience of a large portion of our youth. Much love, K Manga. Now, that is the definitions of the vision from the blueprint. So, for all of us who are living the vision, you are a walking, living example of the blueprint. You are the ones that are out here doing the work. If you are in your community and you are making it better for your community, you are the blueprint. You are the blueprint. You are doing the work. We cannot allow others to continue to define us to us, what we are about, who we are about, and what we're not about. We cannot continue to allow those who are not in the vision to put us in position where as though we are suffering. We have suffered enough. It is time for us to be the blueprint. We have to be that and live that wholeheartedly. Now, let's get to this very important topic. 215 bodies was found behind the Jackson, Mississippi jail. Buried, not embalmed, buried behind the Jackson, Mississippi jail. And this isn't getting no airplay. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing everything about Israel and Hamas. I'm not taking nothing from Israel or Hamas, the situation that's going over there, because it's a deadly and it's dangerous and it's destructive. We're getting everything about Donald Trump. We're getting everything about Cat Williams and Steve Harvey. But look at what is going on right inside our communities. There is no outcry. It's our job to make it an outcry. Why isn't there an outcry within our community about Mississippi? Mississippi is our community as well. The same way Chicago is our community, same way Baltimore is our community, same way Milwaukee is our community, same way Gary, Indiana is our community. The state of Mississippi is our community as well. We can no longer continue to sit on the sideline and not speak on what's going on in our community. And the peoples that is found behind these jails, it ain't got nothing to do with no color, because they was all different nationalities. These are our brothers. These are our sisters, our cousins, our mothers, our fathers, our sons, our daughters that are being found dead. And they wasn't locked up. They was out here with us in the streets. But we're not paying attention to that. We're not paying attention to what's going on inside our own community. But we could tell each other everything it is to know about what's going on in somebody else's community. Now, I initially started out talking about the vision. This is the vision. Knowing what's going on in our community, being an asset in our community. How are we an asset in our community if we're not speaking up on what's going on in our community? People think that they could just come in, kill people, bury them, and nothing is being said. Now we're looking for an FBI investigation on what's going on. Like the brother Kate Monger just said. The brother Kate Monger said they wasn't even notifying families, just burying people. Exactly. That's what they were doing. They was just burying them with no embalming. They wasn't even embalming them. They had buzzers flying around the dead bodies. This is serious business, people. Come on. We are a community. We are a legitimate community. People, everybody know what we have but us. Let me show you how important what we got. This man named Charleston White. Charleston White said when he was in prison, he stole growth and development literature. He stole it. and start reading it and start studying it. And growth and development, the literature helped change his life. He started taking on the same principles that we supposed to be taking on and living it. So now I ask this question. There are those within the rank and files who are giving it freely. Freely. And they don't study. They don't know nothing about us, but they run around here saying they are about something. Man, time out for all that, man. It's time out for it. We have to be the blueprint. I am the blueprint. I am hashtag I am the blueprint. We have to live it and live it on a daily basis. Every walk in life has to be the blueprint. We cannot have peoples around us in our lives that are stagnating our growth and our development. If we cannot trust the peoples who are around us to help us grow and develop, that means we have to separate ourselves from them people, no matter who they are, rather they your spouse or whoever. We have to separate ourselves from them. This is what we are about. We can no longer continue to be taking losses out here in these streets, no longer putting ourselves in positions, constantly being indicted. That's all I've been hearing. It's another indictment coming down. It's another indictment coming down. It don't matter to me. It shouldn't matter to you if you are living in a positive, productive manner. What do it matter? If you're not doing anything wrong, it shouldn't matter. You know, let's do our work out here. Let's focus on the men and women that we have locked behind prison walls. Let's focus on our loved ones coming up missing in the streets, being buried in makeshift graves. Let's focus on the education, the economic, the political, and social development within our communities. Let's focus on us doing what's right. Let's focus. Look now, this is 2024. The presidential election is coming up. We have all kind of local elections coming up. State elections is coming up. A lot is finna change this year. We have to be a voice. Our voice has to be heard in this upcoming elections. Now, most people think that politics don't mean nothing. That it ain't for us. Don't we understand that we are the ones who are being victimized from our lack of participation in the political process? Laws and policies are being made out here in these streets, these states, on the United States level, on the federal level, that affects us. Let me show you how much politics matter. We have peoples who tried to overthrow the government. Who tried to overthrow the government. And they still walking the streets, still running for president. Then we have people who have been locked up for 50 years. 50 years. And they still rotting away inside of these human warehouses. No one is concerned about, don't want to have nothing to do with the person. Don't want to have nothing to do with them. But you will get out here and you will support somebody who do not have your best interests at heart. But peoples who have put their lives on the line for you, you won't support them? Come on, man. Come on, brothers. Come on, sisters. There's something wrong with us. You know, we cannot continue living the life that we're living. We cannot continue overlooking what's going on in our communities. We have to start speaking up. We have to have one agenda. And what's that agenda? What is the agenda that we are on? Let me tell you what that agenda is. It's called growth and development. And I'm not talking, everything is about growth and development. We can no longer continue to stay stagnated in our life. How are we going to continue to stay stagnated? And then we're going to think we're about growth and development. Let's start within our communities. Let's start within ourselves. Let's start with the peoples who are around us and understand that when we out here, that we care for each other. We can't allow people to put us in harm's way. We can't allow that. We got to be able to recognize that and walk away from it and don't look back at it. Because if you look back at it, that means it's gaining on you. You got to continue to move forward in life. Ditch it. Get rid of it. It's no good for you. But if you continue to stay there, you're going to continue to get the same exact results. What is the definition of insanity? A person doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result. My man, members only. What's the word, family? Man, we trying to drop these jewels, bro. We got to get this message out. It's all of our jobs. All of us who have a platform, we got to get out here and get these messages out. It's enough work for each and every one of us out here. Let's get the work done. Men and women, let's get this work done. Rick Ferry said there's unity in numbers. You are right. You are absolutely correct. But we got to stop and forgive me. Please forgive me. Because we focused on so much nonsense. Who's this? Who's that? Who ain't this? Who ain't that? He said this. She said that. We this. We that. Da 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 da. Where is the work? Show the work. Show the work. I say this here and I stand by. I am the blueprint. I'm going to live it. I'm going to be it. This is positive lifestyle management. This is what it's about. This is what y'all been asking for. Everybody's been asking for this here. So if we've been asking for it, let's make it happen. We've been asking for it, right? Let's make it happen then. See, because we can ask for things. This is what we do. We try to compare the 80s and the 90s to today. See, what happened in the 80s and the 90s, that's the 80s and the 90s. That worked for then. But that concept don't change. We just have to elevate that concept. It's called growth and development. You grow and you develop. It's an elevation. We got to elevate. We got to elevate our thoughts. We got to elevate our mental cognitive. We got to elevate our education, our economics, our political awareness, our social, our political, our social growth and development. We got to elevate all of this. and be one. Stop letting people separate us. You cannot say you are about something, but you destroying it at the same time and you disrespecting it at the same time. How can you say you about something or anything and you destroying it? I did my fair share. Y'all know my story. My story is this here. This is my story. I've served 33 years of my life in prison. This is my story. This is a fact. From juvenile to adults, I did my fair share of wrong. I don't try to downplay it. I don't try to make people think that it was good that I did it. No, I am back now trying to prevent others from making the same mistakes that I made. We can all be about growth and development by looking at guys like myself to say, man, okay, I love where he at now, but I do not want to be where he was once at. You don't have to go that route because I'm showing you the things that you are doing now is going to lead you that route. This is why a lot of us don't understand what's going on in our community because we're too busy chasing an image. We're too busy trying to be Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Know-It-All, and Mr. Right. We're too big trying to be that. We chasing illusions, things that don't even matter. So it's our job, it's our responsibilities to get out here and to be with each other. And don't let nobody tell us what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. We know what we have to do. Let's do it. Let's stop waiting on people to tell us what to do. We know what we're supposed to do. We got this here. We got all of this. We got everything that we need. It's been given to us. We got everything. So let's take it and save ourselves. Let's save ourselves. All of us that got a voice, all our hip hop artists, all of us who are on Instagram and Snapchat and all these other places where we get 10, 30, 40,000 views, let's use these platforms to teach the truth and to give the facts on what's going on out here. Let's focus on what's going on in Mississippi. These are our brothers and our sisters. They coming straight out of our community. Tell me that ain't a form of genocide. Tell me what that is. Is it serial killing? That's what a serial killer do, right? Kill and bury or leave. And that's what is that? 215 bodies? And nobody said nothing? Only thing the family members is thinking that, oh, they just missing. And the police know where they at. But this is what the police gonna tell y'all. Don't blame that on all the police. Those are rogue polices. But then, whatever you believe in, if you do something, they're gonna blame it on the whole organization. Has to take fault. But when the police are killing people in our community, they're going to tell you, don't blame it on the police. Don't blame it on everybody, because all the police ain't bad. It's only the road police. How long they been telling us this there? So they say, okay, we can't kill you out in the streets no more. Just kill you because y'all gonna cry out for that. We gonna kill you and bury you. Make you come up missing. Then we gonna pass a law to protect us behind it. Because you know why? Because we don't participate in the political process. We don't even use that 40% apathetic vote that we have. We don't use it. We don't. Man, I just needed to get on here because it was a lot on my mind today. And I like the brother say, no Rico for Big Bruh. No, ain't no Rico. I'm not been involved in no Rico. Or Rico what? I'm not finna, man. Hell no. For what? When I know that my peoples need me out here. I'm gonna live for and I'm gonna die for what I believe in. And I ain't gonna let nobody else take me out of that. I believe. I truly believe. And I know it's a lot of you out there that believe. So let's move out. I know it is. Because y'all hit me up all the time. And you seeking. So if you seeking the truth, continue to seek the truth. Don't let nobody curve you over here. Seek that truth. And get bad elements out of your life. Because if you keep bad elements in your life, you're going to continue to get bad results. I'm telling you. Say the police is big bro. Nah, ain't none of my big brother. Ain't none of my big brother. No, brother. Police ain't none of my big brother. No, nah. I pass on that one now. I understand what you're saying. Police ain't none of my big brother. No, it's not. You know. I'm gonna read this here. It said, I can remember when the head sheriff that started the grave tried making many do the wrong things. It gets deeper over 20 years ago. This was in 1998 when Sheriff Malcolm McMillan. Look him up. Oh, I definitely would be looking that person up. Matter of fact, let me write this name down right now. Sheriff Malcolm McMillan. Got him. I got him. I'm definitely going to be looking him up. You know, so brothers say, we getting voters registration. Yes, sir. Is it anything that PLM could do? Anybody that's involved in the voters process, voters registration, whatever it is it anything that PLM can do to help push that? We starting from the local level because that's what affects us the most. Start at your local government because that's what affects your education in your community, your economics in your community, your politics in your community, and your social development within your community. So we got to start within the communities. Start within your local elections. Look see who's on your ballots. Do your research on them. Don't just go out and vote for somebody because they look like you or you've been a Democrat all your life and this person's been this and your people's been Republican and you've been voting Republican all your life, but you're still in the same position that you're in. You still poor just like everybody else. Vote for somebody that has your best interest at heart. Start researching their track records. Find out what they have done. And see, when you vote these peoples in, they work for the community. So the same way you voted them in, if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing within the community, you vote them out. You vote them out. We find peoples, we put them up there that's going to represent our interests, that's going to fight for us. Every state, let's get involved. Start at the local level first and then build your way out. Then go to your state. Then come to the Fed. Because now, about time November get around, we are all be educated enough to know what's going on. Start watching the news. It's important for us to watch the news. So that way you can know who is who and what is what. You say, you don't have to, the brother K. Munger said, you don't have to vote for a major party either. You can write in or go third party. Exactly. 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 I'm going to read that again. You don't have to vote for a major party. Either you can write in or go third party. You have that right to do that. So let's do it. It's going to be a lot more coming down the pipeline. It's going to be a lot of more information flowing out. We're going to spend this whole year getting information out to you. And remember, everything that you are doing positive and productive, that don't mean if you at a club throwing up the pitchforks, you got a drink in your hand and all that. No, I ain't talking about all that. I ain't talking about all the gang banging stuff. I ain't talking about all that stuff. Anything that you're doing positive and productive, hashtag it. I am the blueprint. Hashtag it. I am the blueprint. And so on that note, I want to thank you all for tuning in to this here live. There's a lot more that I need to say, but I don't want to say it all in one time, and I don't want to hold everybody up. I just want to say this here. It's a lot of work to be done, and I'm quite sure and I'm positive that we're going to get this work done. I said it and I'm going to say it again. 2024, our voices will be heard and they will be felt. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Peace.